TV specials.
I'm gonna get me some R&R, sitting in the sun like a movie star. I'm gonna get some R&R.
This is my collection of Peanuts and Garfield TV specials. The trend started way back in 1965, when Charlie Brown Christmas was released. Since then, there have been 46 Peanut specials, with the latest being It's the Small Things, Charlie Brown, streaming on Apple TV April 15th. Peanut specials have arguably been more successful than the comic strip. Well, Garfield, it's the opposite. Peanuts, what do you think of? Well, I think of Linus and Lucy. I think of the Great Pumpkin. I think of the Easter Beagle. I think of, the little birdie. That's what you think of. When you think of Garfield, you don't think, oh yeah, Garfield's 9 lives. But why? This is because Peanuts was very successful when its first comic strip adaptation aired. In 1965, it was the massively successful, of course, Charlie Brown Christmas. And when Garfield's first special was Garfield as himself, something that's even rarely released on DVD or on streaming now. As such, Garfield's last TV special was Garfield Gets a Life in 1991? I actually never checked. I think it was 1991. Anyways, that's the most successful Garfield special was Garfield's Halloween Adventure. And it's only successful because it's a Halloween you can associate with Garfield. Garfield loves to eat. Halloween's about getting food or candy to eat. And of course, Garfield's going to be all about that idea because he gets free food. But with Peanuts, they had their own flair. This one was about Peanuts. I actually never watched this one. This one's about, I think it's Charlie Brown and Turn Pie at a bike race. It's about Linus waiting for the Great Pumpkin. This one's about Charlie Brown getting the Christmas tree and ruining the Christmas play. This is about Snoopy being the Easter Beagle. This is about Charlie Brown having the whole Thanksgiving dinner for Peppermint Patty. This is about something. I don't know. I never saw this one before. And this one's about Charlie Brown not getting a Valentine or something. And Garfield, I can literally sum up all of them in like a single sentence. Not even a single sentence. Garfield gets candy and is haunted by pirates. Garfield goes through his 9 lives. Garfield gets Christmas. Garfield gets Thanksgiving. Garfield gets mauled by Panther. And Garfield goes to Hollywood. Then there's the shows for these. When it comes to the television shows, Garfield is the one that's more famous in that part. With the famous 1980s Garfield and Friends. And even the 2000s The Garfield Show, and the one Nickelodeon's working on. Peanuts, the most famous one is the Charlie Brown and Snoopy Show. And even that's not the most famous thing in the world. This show DVD I own is this DVD of the 2014 cartoon. And even that, when you think of Peanuts, you don't go, oh yeah, this show. You go, oh yeah, Great Pumpkin. Garfield's more famous because it's a shorter comic and it works in more of an episodic format. With not much continuity, and it's better as a TV show. Peanuts work better, especially because of things you have to incorporate, like with Valentine's. You have to include Charlie Brown not getting one, you have to include Sweet Babu, you have to include Linus and Miss Othmar, you have to include most like, basic things about the show, or the comic. With Great Pumpkin, you had to include, Linus and Lucy. You had to include the Tricks or Treats, Sally and Linus, the Great Pumpkin itself, the Red Baron, that's what you had to do. And with, let's say, Garfield's Halloween Adventure, you had to include Garfield, Odie, and John. You wouldn't include a Halloween, and this was like for the special, and it was a trend for them to include a Lou Rawls song, so you didn't include Lou Rawls, but that's it. But with Garfield, we could do a 7-minute short, but we can't do a 30-minute special, so that's why Garfield's more famous. But with Peanuts, there's a lot you have to cram into it. Like, I watched one of these, and it was like 7 minutes, and you had to include like Peppermint Patty, they had to include Lucy Schroeder, the kite eating tree, and something, I don't know. But yeah, that's what they had to include. Like, that's why Peanuts works better with specials, because there's a lot more they had to include, but with Garfield, they can literally cram an episode into 7 minutes. Like a theater short. Like, Garfield would work better as like a cartoon they show in the theaters, and this would work better as like a TV movie. Oh, and then we get to comics which didn't get specials, or didn't get a series of specials at least. Garfield got 12, Peanuts got like 47. But there are comics that got barely anything. Like, there was Ziggy's Gift, I bet you forgot about that. And then there was, of course, the Fantastic Funnies, which is responsible for the first animated version of Garfield.
Show me a good Mauser and I'll show you a cat with bad breath.
It also has, Kathy, Blondie. There was a Beetle Bailey cartoon. In the when was that thing? I know it was a Beetle Bailey cartoon. There was a Blondie show, of course. There was Dennis the Menace. There was a Dilbert and Baby Blue show. Like Big Nate got a show. Big Nate is sussy, but. Yeah, so comics work better in the show format because, it's short. So Garfield, he could fit an entire plot into a 7-minute segment, but not in 30 minutes because he has to do, a lot of stuff. Like for this, Garfield wants to get a sandwich, but John locked him in. Let's take that as a plot. Probably is. You could fit that into 7 minutes, but you couldn't stretch it out to 30 minutes. That's why Garfield works better as a show, but Panther works more because, more stuff to fit in, as I explained. So that's my rant about Garfield specials. Watch out, because on April 15th they release It's All the Small Things driving on Apple TV. That trailer looks way better than I anticipated. I never saw the whatever one they made last December. But that one, it actually looks really good. It's not, of course, great pumpkin levels of excellence, but it looks like it could be the level I consider, Dream on Valentine, where it looks good, but it's not, the best Peanut special ever. The song looks really good. Did you hear that in the trailer? I'll play the clip right now,
Look up, look down, the sky and the ground getting louder now.
Ben Folds was writing that. It just looks so good. Oh wait, my schedule. I have videos premiering day I film this, and then the week after that. So if I release it, it'll come out the day after the special. How timing works, Sesame Street calendar.
I'm gonna get me some R&R, sitting in the sun like a movie star. I'm gonna get some R&R, flying in a jet where the beautiful people are. In the AM, R&R, in the PM, well,